Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing land border runs specifically. And I want to be clear, we're talking about crossing a land border, possibly to do what I call a visa run. I make a differentiation between a visa run and a border run. A visa run is where someone travels to an embassy to get an actual visa to return to the country they wish to be in this case, Thailand. But in certain cases, a visa run can be effected via a border run. That is a physical traversing of a national boundary over into another country in order to visit that embassy. Or in Thailand's case, we often see border runs simply used as a formality, if you will, to maintain status in Thailand. You cross out of Thailand, you come back in, your status is maintained via the fact that you're either given a new entry stamp or, well, you're definitely given a new entry stamp, the terms of which may vary depending on what type of visa you're using. For example, a multi-entry, for example, business visa, you'd be granted a 90-day stamp upon entry. If you travel out and come back in over a land border and you just are using a 30-day stamp, presumably you'd be given a new 30-day stamp. We're talking about this during this sort of lifting of the restrictions that were imposed due to COVID-19. And a recent article from Bangkok Post, that's bangkokpost.com, article is titled "Local Tours Planned for Medical Tourists." I felt there was a line in here that was especially noteworthy, and it doesn't really go to the heart of what this article discusses. So for those of you who are interested in this, I urge you to check out this article and read it for yourself. But one little nugget in there, and this is always interesting to find little remnants of the distillate of the policy thinking behind regulations and laws and policies as they're implemented. This quote I thought was interesting, and I think it touches on something that's very relevant for purposes of this video. Quoting directly, about 1,700 foreigners from 17 countries had already registered for admission to Thailand for medical and wellness services. Now, again, the article overall is talking about medical tourism to Thailand, so that's not exactly on point for this video. Here's the crux of what I'm talking about. They would have to arrive by air to ensure effective disease control, Dr. Tawisin said. So Tawisin is the head, or sort of the coordinator, if you will, of the CCSA. That's basically the COVID-19 task force here in Thailand. They have really substantial sort of oversight and authority with respect to dealing with the COVID response. So they've been implementing a lot of regulations. And I thought it was really interesting. He specifically said they would have to arrive by air to ensure effective disease control. So that leads me to infer land border travel or land border runs, however you want to look at it, but traversing land borders in order to come and go from Thailand is not something that's really on the priority list of the folks who are setting policy at the moment. So at least for the foreseeable future, I think it's fairly likely we're not going to see land border runs overly feasible for use in any way. If we're looking at a border run kind of scenario, it's probably going to have to be by air for those, for example, the visa amnesty may come to an end. Those that are on, for example, a multiple entry B visa, for example, or multiple entry O visa, and they want to maintain status in the way that they previously did. Air travel may be the only way to do it, at least for a while, as these restrictions are slowly lifting. That being said, the situation remains in flux. We will keep you updated on this channel as things progress.